Hey, welcome back to the gay side of the internet. Today we are reading more of your letters to your younger selves. You guys requested this so much in the comments on the last video. Do a part two, do a part two, do it. Okay, I'm doing a part two. Let's do it. I got over 150 letters from you guys where you wrote a letter to your younger self and they were very sweet, very heartwarming. I knew creating the last video was going to be something really special for you guys, but all of your comments were so positive. It just made me realize like that video was such an important video to make. So I am more than happy to be doing a part two. Just before we do read the first letter, reminder, it is Wear It Purple Day on Friday the 25th of August. That is why I'm wearing purple clothes. That is why I have this beautiful fan in the background and I did extra cute makeup again. If you want to join me in celebrating Wear It Purple Day, chuck on some purple clothes. And also, if you're feeling extra generous and you want a chance at winning some of my merch, I've created a fundraiser. I'm aiming to raise $1,000 for Wear It Purple, so hopefully we can smash that goal. The link to that is in the description. All you have to do to enter is donate any amount. Can be as little or as much as you want, and you will go into the draw to win either a Sappho hoodie or a Sappho tee. First prize, second prize. Thank you guys to the few of you who've donated already. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure Wear It Purple really appreciates it too. All right, let's read the first letter. Oh my god. First one is coming to you from Amelia, who uses she, her pronouns, is in high school and identifies as a lesbian. Amelia writes, "Dear younger me, I know you're confused, you're scared and unsure. You're even grieving the life that could have been if you were just normal. I'm going to be honest, I still feel that way. Some days are worse than others and my feelings will fluctuate from week to week and even day to day. And that's okay. Religious trauma is real and still affects me daily. But I know that I can get through it. There are still nights that I am awake late into the night wishing that I was straight. There are times where someone will say something that makes me feel broken and invisible. Despite this, I'm finding more joy in queerness every single day. The process to truly embracing myself is long and so very difficult, but it's worth it. Young me, I promise it really does get better. You are not broken, you are not disordered, and you are so much stronger than you know." That is such a very personal and strong letter. Thank you, Amelia, for sharing that with us. Regardless of what anyone identifies as, I think we can all relate to this one. Sometimes it is scary and it is hard. It's not always sunshine and rainbows after you come out. Sunshine and rainbows, literally. Our next one comes from Rose, who uses she, her pronouns and is 18 and identifies as a cis lesbian. "Little me, I'd like to start off by saying that I'm so proud that you did such a good job navigating shame, confusion, and holding true to yourself through these past years of self-discovery. And girl, you were hella obvious, like crushing on Emma Watson should have been a dead giveaway. I know that it's really hard knowing that there are friends and family who love you, but who might love you less if they knew you were gay. It's heartbreaking, but just keep holding your head up high and stay safe. And not gonna lie, we still have a long ways to go, but we're prouder and more confident than ever before. And for the love of everything, stop falling for that one girl. I promise there are others out there." Oh man, thank you for sharing this. I think a lot of us can relate to falling for that one girl. Like, come on. Next up is Demetrius, who uses she, her pronouns and they, them pronouns and is 18 years old and is questioning queer, transgender and non-binary. "Dear younger me, I wish you would have known how much some people will care for you someday. I wish I could tell you that it isn't normal to hate every part of yourself when you look in the mirror. I wish I could let you know that emotionally hurting others isn't the solution. It never made you fit in with the normal kids and it never made them stop suspecting. It just made you as bad as them. I wish I could tell you that you didn't need a partner's love to be happy, especially from the abusive ones you kept choosing. And all you really need is people you trust. I wish you knew it was okay to ask for help, and I wish you agreed to therapy sooner. There are so many wonderful people out there ready to accept you for who you are, even if you never figure out exactly what that is. Everyone always said it gets better, and I wish you knew they were telling the truth." Oh my god. This letter is heartbreaking, but also extremely well written. I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes are watering just a little bit. It could just be the makeup or it could be the story. I really like the last line. It hits home. It sounds like you've been through a lot, but you're coming out on the other side and you're learning that, you've just got to be yourself and accept yourself, and others will accept you for who you are as well. There's a lot of personal learnings in this one, so thank you for sharing that one. Our next one comes from Erin, who uses she, her pronouns, is 24 and identifies as bisexual. I'm gonna preface this is not girl power. But Erin writes, a couple of years ago when I started college, I joined a campus ministry expecting to make friends and find faith. I ended up with a lot more than that. I have since left college and the faith. Now I'm in love with a girl that used to be on the worship band. I would tell my younger self that I know it's scary to embrace change and the unknown that comes along with it, but fear is not a good enough reason to abandon yourself. Joy is a gift. Stop punishing yourself just because you have found it with a woman. Aha! P.S. Love you and girl pal. These videos were so helpful for me when I was still in the closet. Aw. You're so welcome. The thing that stood out for me in this letter was stop punishing yourself just because you found it with a woman. That sums up the whole lesbian or sapphic or bi experience. I think your younger self would be extremely lucky if she got this letter from you. You guys are getting me in the feels with this video. Next one comes from Kat, who uses she, her pronouns, is 22 and identifies as a lesbian. To my younger self. Right now, you're agonizing over the thought that you might be gay. You're thinking that maybe you are a little in love with your best friend, but you can't be because she's a girl and that would make you gay. And your whole life you've been told that being gay is wrong, so you feel like you have to hide and deny this part of you. It's all very overwhelming. But here in the future, life looks a lot different. I've acknowledged and accepted my sexuality. I've found a great group of friends who love me for who I am and support me in who I choose to love. I'm no longer spending copious amounts of energy and thought hiding my true feelings. It's beautifully freeing in a way I never thought to imagine. So just remember how far we've already come before thinking about giving up. Sincerely, me. Kat, this letter, for my own journey, this one is one that I relate to probably the most. One, that means I have to tell her, and two, that means I could be gay. But it's so nice to hear that you now have a group of friends who you can feel like you can just be you and you don't have to lock stuff away anymore. I can completely understand that that is so freeing. And to anyone who is not at that place yet, this is an example that you will be able to get there one day. All right, the next letter is from Phoenix, who uses they, them pronouns, is 20 and identifies as agender, panromantic, asexual, and polyamorous. Dear younger me, a lot has changed. We learned some things about ourselves and we grew up so much in such a short amount of time. You'll notice that our name's different now. I know we never liked our birth name. A lot of other things have changed too. It won't be easy. You are going to go through some hard times and it may seem like it won't get better, but I promise it will. Through it all, I want you to know that it's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. People are going to try and change who you are, but no matter what, don't give up that fighting spirit inside of you. Our instinct to stand up and advocate for others is one of my favorite things about ourselves. At times, you may lose yourself in an attempt to please people in our life, but people who don't accept you for who you are aren't worth the effort. It will also be complicated sometimes. People you care about and who care about you may be the ones who end up hurting you the most. I want you to know that it's okay to step away from those people in your life. It doesn't mean that you are cutting them or anyone else from your life for good. It's prioritizing your well-being. Lastly, I want you to know that your worth isn't defined by a grade. Not consistently getting A grades won't jeopardize your future. Phoenix. P.S. Google autism and ADHD. You'll thank me later. I really love the little PS thing. The little part about you're not cutting people out of your life. You're sort of just putting them on hold. I have never thought about it like that. And you're right. It doesn't have to be super black and white. These people don't accept me. They're out forever. It's sort of just I'm going to step away from you for a little bit whilst you figure your stuff out and learn how to be accepting, and I'm going to protect my well-being for now. That is extremely mature viewpoint. And yeah, I just haven't thought of it that way. So much self-awareness in this one. Thank you, Phoenix, for sharing this. Kaylee is our next letter writer, and she uses she, her pronouns, is 20 and identifies as a lesbian. Dear little me, it turns out that you're not fated to die a tragically early death, become a celibate workaholic, or be stuck in an unfulfilling marriage. You're just gay. Once you know that, your future becomes infinite. There is a happily ever after out there for you. One that you actually want, I promise. Love, Kaylee. This is such a powerful short letter. I absolutely love this one. Love, 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 love. Thank you, Kaylee, for sharing this. I can tell that you've got a great sense of humor. Like, oh my God. I think it depends on where you are in life and what age you're writing your letter back to. But I think some of us just need to hear, you're just gay, so we can just figure it out faster and everything will make sense. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video, please leave a like and leave a comment below. It helps this video reach more people. I think it's such an important video and I want more people to see this. And don't forget about the giveaway. The link is in the description. If you want to win a shirt, your chances of winning are quite high right now because not a lot of people have donated. It doesn't have to be a lot either. It could be $1, $5, $10, whatever you want. Every donation counts. Click the link in the bio, come back to the video. Let's get on with the letters. Griselda uses she, her pronouns, is 19 and identifies as a lesbian. In brackets, all bi. I'm so confused right now. Dear younger self, you wouldn't believe it, but the girl in kindergarten that you were weirdly obsessed with and used to draw pictures for every day is now your girlfriend. So congrats. Oh my God. I have so many questions. Firstly, how did you keep in touch with this girl for so long? Because you're 19. I don't know. That sounds like you need to write a book. Thank you, Griselda, for sharing that. That made my day. Next one comes from Lucy Queen, who uses she, her pronouns, is 18 and identifies as a lesbian trans woman. Dear little me, I know that you would never believe me if I told you that all the little things that you see as weaknesses, all the little things that you hide and pretend to hate because they aren't manly, like Taylor Swift songs, skirts, and Ever After High, are okay to like. In fact, they are so much more than okay. One day you will realize that you've been a woman all along and that you are beautiful. Lucy Queen. That is such a lovely letter. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. This is such a nice letter. It's so simple and I think your little you would be so over the moon to receive such a lovely letter like this from you, Lucy. Thank you so much for submitting this. Next up is Ruby, who uses she, her pronouns and they, them pronouns, is 17 and is girl flux, ace spectrum and lesbian. Ruby writes, Dear younger me, it's okay to explore your identity. It's okay to be wrong and it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to neatly fit into a category. Labels are meant to be informative, not confusing. You don't mislead that boy who liked you in 8th grade. Confusion is not deceit. These are the formative years of your life. It's the perfect time to fail miserably. Stop worrying. Try things out. Discover yourself. Yes, Ruby, you are so right about this is the time to just try things because yeah, you're 17, it's so young. Little me needed to hear this as well. It's okay not to know right now and it's okay to just explore. Thank you, Ruby, for that reminder. All right, we're gonna go to one from B, who uses she, they pronouns, is 16 and identifies as lesbian / demi-romantic. Dear little B, I remember being in elementary school dreaming of the freedom that comes with everyone else's teenage years and wishing for life to be less stifling and stressful. I hate to break it to you, but growing up and living our life came with a lot more ups and downs than we were able to realize at the time. Things that were happening to you then eventually caught up to us, and we've done a lot of self-reflection. You have no idea how hard it will be at times, but we know ourselves better now because of it. This comes as a surprise to nobody, but there is a reason you would become so attracted to your female friends and why you idolize them in ways that you never felt in return. At one point, your maturity will land you in a friend group of queer teens and you have no idea how much their freedom will open your mind to the part of yourself that you could never put a name to. It's a struggle either way to break away from the cishet mindset you were conditioned to want, but we make it through in the end. I'm sorry that our parents aren't people we feel like we can confide in, but you will gain a new appreciation for our queer aunt and grandmothers for normalizing sapphic love in a family that would otherwise be less than kind. We're still not doing great, but we're finally comfortable in the person we are. At this point, we've been out to ourselves for 4 years and close friends for 2. Thank you for holding on. I am beyond excited to see where this life will lead. Holy shit. That is extremely well written and I just want to thank you for submitting that. I don't want to talk too much on this one because I think the letter stands for itself. You've written to your little self, not hiding things, like being pretty honest with what is to come, but also you still leave your little self with some hope too, which is super, super nice. So thank you, B, for that one. Coming to you from Amy, who uses she, her pronouns, is 16 and is a cisgender lesbian. Amy writes, "Dear little me, I need you to know that you're going to be okay. I've learned that being confused and unsure of everything is okay. I've learned that it's okay to go from I don't know / I don't care about sexuality to I'm not straight to I'm bi to I don't like men, but saying I'm a lesbian is scary, so I'm just queer, to I'm gay, to I'm lesbian, all within the span of 2 years. I've learned that forcing yourself into a label doesn't necessarily help you, and that being somewhere in the grey area between labels is okay. I've learned that coming out isn't some epic thing that releases all your worries and makes everything magically easier. And it's okay to only come out to some people. Although I know your OCD brain likes to know the right answer to everything immediately, you're going to realize that there is no right answer in learning who you really are. Figuring yourself out is going to take a lot of time and thought. It's going to be stressful, exciting, and terrifying all at the same time, but you're going to be okay." Man, that is such a good letter. Thank you, Amy, for this. Even though you said like all of these things go to happen in your head in the space of 2 years, I think it happens to us in the space of seconds sometimes. Like I super relate to that. Am I gay? No, I'm not gay. I'm gonna do a couple more. Next one is from Caroline, who uses she, her pronouns and is 15 and identifies as a lesbian and demisexual. "Dear younger self, I know I'm still pretty young, but a lot has changed these past couple of years. I've gone through many labels, as you know, and I think I've finally found one that fits me, lesbian and demisexual. It feels amazing to finally feel like I understand myself, but I want you to know that it's okay to take time to figure yourself out. Although, if you want some help with that, I would recommend the Lesbian Master Doc." Okay, side note, the Lesbian Master Doc is like this giant PDF. You think you might be lesbian, just Google Lesbian Master Doc. It goes through a lot of the signs and how to tell if you're lesbian, so it can be extremely helpful to some people. Anyways, back to the letter. I also want you to know that even though there's always going to be people that don't accept you, there's still a giant community of people who have similar experiences and who will make you feel valid for who you are. Yes, there's a lot of people at school who are not so nice. There's a lot of horrible legislation being passed right now, and there's a lot of hate being spread around everywhere. It makes you angry and it might make you scared to be yourself. But if you take those emotions and use them to motivate yourself, to advocate for the community, you would be surprised at how much more powerful you can feel. There's a lot more I could say, but I'll keep this fairly short. I just want you to know that you're beautiful and there's nothing wrong with you. Liking girls does not make you disgusting, and you're not too young to know, and I'll always be cheering you on. Coming from someone who's 15, you are so spot on with, yeah, there's a lot of shit things happening into the world, but you can take your power back by advocating for us, for the community. That is so powerful. For you to know that at such a young age is so awesome to hear. I relate to this because when I was first figuring myself out and started to date a girl, we were going through the marriage equality stuff here in Australia. Like, we didn't have gay marriage, and I was going to rallies before I even went to a pride event, like marching for my right to get married. So that was an interesting experience. So yeah, thank you, Caroline, for writing this letter. Okay, so this one is from Maggie the Wacky Carrot, who uses she, her pronouns, is 15, and identifies as bisexual and demisexual. Hi, younger me. You're totally bisexual, and you better stop denying it. You need to stop telling yourself that there's something wrong with you, and you can't keep pretending that you're just young and clueless, because I know that you know how you feel. In fact, we know better than anyone. There's a community out there willing to accept you if you just learn to accept yourself. It's gonna get pretty hard. You're gonna want to hide, and you're going to be embarrassed. You don't have to pretend to be okay, because people are going to help you. You're going to hurt and lose people and yourself, but that's okay. Don't blame yourself for what happened. You'll smile again, I promise you that. You're smart, you're talented, and you're more beautiful than you think. You'll rise and glow like never before. Enjoy yourself as you are, and I can't wait to see how far we've grown. And to answer your question, no, we are not still single. Yours, the lengthy paragraph writer that was trying to keep this like 3 sentences. I'm so sorry. AKA Maggie. Oh my god! Thank you, Maggie, for this one. And I appreciate that you were trying to keep it short for me. This one is so straight to the point. Like, hello, younger self. You are bi. deal with it, accept it. If this was something we could really do, if somehow we could magically give our younger selves a letter, you going, no, we are not still single, is something that we would totally do. Because you know, younger you's gonna have all these questions. This is the perfect letter for that. Thank you so much, Maggie. I know that this video is going to find the people who need this the most. And to those watching, I am gonna give you a massive hug right now because I feel like we need it. I need it. Here you go, get in there. Again, thank you so much for submitting your letters. And don't forget that it is Wear It Purple Day on Friday. Make sure you wear something purple. Go check out the donation link if you want a chance to win some of my merch. And I put this at the end of the last letters video, but if you have not watched this video where I go through my diaries, you'll probably really enjoy this because you'll see me go through the whole questioning process. It's really personal and I'm really proud of that video. So go and watch that one next. Until the next video, stay safe and I'm sending my love.